everyone, welcome to another video of programming in C. In this video we are going to cover another loop which is known as for loop. So in the previous videos we covered the while loop, which is the first and fundamental loop in C programming, and today's loop is for loop. So what are the topics which we are going to cover in this particular video? They are what is loop, what is for loop, then we will see how it works, then some loop basis. At last we will see two examples of for loop. So let us start the topic for loop from the heading what is for loop. So here, what is for loop? So if I tell you in the layman style, for loop is another type of loop in C. Not in C, in every high level languages you will find a loop known as a for loop. Fine. So in my personal point of view, if you know how to write a for loop, how to handle a for loop, you can write any problem, you can do solution of any problem using loop very easily. My point of view, writing for loop is very easier than writing while loop. Fine. So what is for loop? As I mentioned here, the definition, a for loop is a repetition control structure that allow you to efficiently write a loop that needs execute a specific number of time. And the syntax is, we have to write for bracket start, and first we will write the initialization, then we will give the semicolon, then we will write the condition, again semicolon, then we will write the increment or decrement, bracket end, after bracket ending the bracket, at the down starting curly braces and ending curly braces, and within those curly braces we have to write the statement or statements. So here is the you can see the flow chart. Initialization, then it will check the condition. After checking the condition, if that condition is true, then it will go to the code block. Then increment, again after incrementing or decrementing, it will go to the again condition. It will check the condition. If the condition is true, again it will come to the code block and increment again. If that condition will be false, then it will stop it, or it will go to the, it will over. The loop is over. So this is the writing the for loop. You can say what is for loop and how we write the for loop. Let us see how it works. So here it is how it works. The first thing is, the first step is initialization, which will be executed only one time. We have to remember that the first step is initialization in the for loop, which will be executed only one time. Fine. The next step is condition. The condition is until unless the condition is true, the loop will be executed. Until unless the condition is true, the loop will be executed. And when the condition will be checked, at the first iteration condition will be checked, up to the condition will be checked up to the loop is not ended or not completed. Fine. If the condition is false, it will not enter to the loop also. Then at last it comes increment or decrement. As I already mentioned you, to write any loop we need some things, and from that I already told you that for any kind of loop we need something, some basic thing like initialization, then loop condition, then loop body where we will write the statements, then we need a loop controller which is increment or decrement. Fine. So the increment and decrement which will be written in the bracket of for is the loop controller. Fine. And at last the body, you can write a single statement, you can write multiple statements, it's upon you. Next, the loop basic. See, I told you we need initialization, loop body, loop condition, etc., etc. So here is the skeleton of the for. So what is it? You have to write the for within the bracket we have to mention the initialization, loop condition, loop controller, and within the curly braces we have to write the loop body. If you want, I will give the link in the I section. You can check the video of while loop where I told that how the initialization, loop condition, loop controller are written in while loop. Fine. So in while loop, the initialization is written before the loop started. We have to write first initialization, then we will start the while loop. While, then the loop condition, within the curly braces of while we have to write the loop body and loop controller. But here in single line we will write initialization, loop condition and loop controller. Fine. Initialization will be executed at only one time, and loop controller and loop condition and loop controller will be executed in each iteration of the loop. Fine. The loop will be continue until the loop condition is false. If at the starting of the loop the loop condition is false, it will not enter to the loop. Fine. Next, these are the two small examples. Write a program to print name 10 times and write a program to print numbers from 1 to 10. Two simple programs. We have also done these programs in while loop. Now we will do this program in for loop. Let us start it. So let us first see how the for loop is written. So from the video, from the slide, what we have seen how the for loop is written. First we have to write the for. After writing for, bracket start, within bracket first we will write initialization, then give semicolon, then we will write condition, again semicolon, then incrementer or decrementer, bracket end, curly braces start. Here we will write the statement or statements, curly braces end. So whatever may be, you will write within this curly braces that much statement or statements will be executed at number of times depending on the condition. Until unless this condition is true, the statement or statements will be executed. So how the condition is controlled by incrementer or decrementer. Fine. And the initialization will be executed only one time. Fine. This is the basic structure of for loop. Let us now see the first problem statement to write your name 10 times. So remember one thing, for any program or for any C program which you will write in using for loop, take a variable, integer variable separately for the for a for loop, because you may have a initialization in any variable, but for safer side take a variable extra for loop. Fine. Because it's not a object oriented program that we can declare any variable at any time and at any position. We cannot do that. As it is a structured language, you have to initialize all the variables, or you have to declare all the variables at the starting of the program. Fine. So for safer side, you can you have to take, or you can take a variable dedicated for loop. If you will not use that variable, it will not take so much of memory in your computer that it will hang. Fine, you can take it for safer side. So the question is to print your name 10 times. So let us take a variable I, which is initialized with 1, and I will write a for loop to print my name 10 times. So for initialization I equal to 1, semicolon. So as I written I equal to 1 here, we can also initialize this I 0 or only I. We can take only int I. Fine. Int I. Initialization I equal to 1. So till what? The loop will be continue until unless I will not be 11. Fine. So I less than 11 semicolon I plus plus bracket end curly braces started printf my name semicolon curly braces end. So simple for loop to print your name 10 times. The same thing can be written in while loop. In I section we have the link, you can see while loop program where before the starting of loop we have to initialize the initialization condition, we have to write the initialization, and within the while bracket we have to write the condition, and within the curly braces of while we have to write the loop body and the loop controller. Fine. So here you can say I equal to 1 initialization, I less than 11 is a loop condition, I plus plus is a loop controller, and the statement for printf Rajesh is the loop body. So see how it works. I value is initialized with 1, and then it will check whether I is less than 11 or not. Yes, it is true, I is less than 11. Then it will go to down, it will print the name. After printing the name, it will go for increment. After printing the name, it will go for increment. So now the I value is 2. Then it will check the condition again, it is true. Then again it will come down, print the name. Then again it will go to the incrementer. Then from incrementer it will go to the condition. So in first step only, after initialization it will go to the condition. From second iteration onwards, after completing all the statements written inside the for loop, it will go for increment or decrement. Then it will go for condition. Fine. So like this the name will be printed 10 times from 1 to 10. When 10th name is printed, again it will be incremented, the I value will be changed to 11, and at that time the condition will be false. Once the condition will be false, it will come out of the loop. Fine. So let us see now the next problem statement to print numbers from 1 to 10. Very simple. Just write for I equal to 1, I less than 11, I plus plus bracket end within the curly braces write printf %d I. Simple. Just print the value 5, because here in previous we have seen we can go from I equal to 1 to I equal to 10 times. So here just print 1 to 10. Simple, complete. That is why I am telling that from my personal point of view, if you understand for loop, if you write for loop very easily, it is very helpful, or very you will find looping is very easy for you. Looping will be very easy for you if you understand for loop very easily. Fine. So let us now go to the compiler, write the program and compile it and see the outputs. Fine. Let us start. So here we are in our compiler. As I already told you, this compiler name is dev C++, and you will find the download link in the description area. So this is our first problem, to print our name 10 times, or print your name 10 times. As you see here, we have started from preprocessor command hash include stdio.h main function. I have taken only one variable int I. The same for loop I equal to 1, I less than 11, I plus plus semicolons. Then printf your name at last semicolon. So this simple program will print your name 10 times. I have written a special character /n for new line. So first compile it. Yes, compilation is done. Now run it. So it will print your name 10 times, line after line. See, your name is already printed 10 times. Fine. Press any key to go back. Now the second problem to print the number 10 times, 1 to 10, print 1 to 10. So the same for loop will be used. Instead of printing your name, just print the value of I. Fine. So here is the program. Let us compile it. Compilation done. Then run it. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Serially it is can, because I have written here /t for tab. It will give space from one character and another character. Fine. So with this, for loop is ended. So try to solve the problems which we have done using while loop in for loop, because we have to only convert that loop into for loop, because we the problem statements are already there, the solutions are already there. Just convert the while loop into for loop. We know where the initialization was written, where the condition was written, where the loop control was written, and what are the loop body. Just bring those things and fit it in a for loop. Fine. It will you feel it will very easy to write than while loop. Fine. So in next video we will see another type of loop which is known as do while loop. Fine. So till that, do like and share my video, subscribe my channel. If you have any query, just comment me. Thank you.